Hi everyone, I'm Jen and this is my first Plan With Me video, so I'll just jump right in. I usually sit down every Sunday and spend about a half an hour planning out the week as much as I know, and then every night I usually take about 10 minutes to go through and kind of plan out the next day based on what I got done, what I have coming up the next day. So on Sundays when I start, usually the first thing I do is block off the weekend, and I don't do this every week. I really kind of only do it when it's like treated like a normal 2-day weekend. My husband travels a lot for work, so if he's gone and it doesn't really feel like a weekend for whatever reason, sometimes I don't always do this. If you aren't familiar with this method of cutting washi tape, you just take an old gift card or card of some kind and tear the washi tape up, and that makes a pretty straight line across. And then I like to block out the words on the bottom because I don't know, I just like having them blocked off. I don't really use them for anything other than meal planning, although lately I've been kind of starting to use them for my husband's travel for work so it doesn't take up space during the normal days. You can also see that I have some sticky notes. These are just the Target one-spot flags. I like putting things in ahead of time. A lot of people ask, like, how, if you don't write your things in ahead of time, how do you know when you have things? And so I just use these little sticky notes to mark off appointments or special things happening on certain days that I need to keep track of without actually writing them on the pages. And I go back and pull those up when I'm making the rest of the week and just write things in. So that has been the way that has worked best for me. I think a lot of other people do that as well. And I try to use these. They're so cheap and we get so many of them that it's just kind of a nice way that I can use them. Even though you don't really see them in a lot of layouts, they still, for me, are worth it for that reason. I know a lot of people always say, why do people always get so many Target flags? I think for me this is why. So usually I do that, and then I set up my sidebar. I like sectioning off, like I have my regular to-do list, and then I usually have a section for to go and to call or contact. I changed it to contact recently because I'm an introvert and I don't like phone calls. So usually that's actually not a call list, it's usually a contact list. So I'm gonna actually use these Target flags for my sidebar. And I think I'm gonna use these. So the other complaint that people have about these is that they don't stick very well. My solution to that is an adhesive roller. I got this at Michael's. It's really inexpensive and a little bit goes a long way. So I just usually cut down what I need and then I use an adhesive roller on the back because even if it did stick well, I'm kind of cutting off the adhesive part. And then I just write directly on these. So you just flip open the little back and it's just like a whiteout roller. And then I just like to line it up and stick it, put it down a little bit farther. Most room I give myself for the to-do list, but I also, if I'm more busy in this section, then I'll give myself a little more room for places to go or people that I need to get a hold of. So I just turn the other one and then that's all set. And that's pretty much my setup. I'm not really a big decorator. I know a lot of people get into decorating. That's awesome. I'm not really, oops, forgot to do this part. I'm not really, a huge decorator, but if you were a decorator and you like that kind of stuff, you can also, add different things to the rest of your page before you start actually writing in your appointments. I'm always paranoid that if I do that ahead of time that I'll miss, like I won't have room later for my appointments, so I just don't really do it. This is a pencil case. I just got this for like $1 at Staples. So I keep a lot of my pens that I, mostly Sharpies or pens that I don't use very often, but that I like to have kind of close to on hand. My blue Pilot G2 is what I use to write everything in my planner with, and I just keep that in my coil. So if I'm adding things, I can just pull it out and write them in. So this is to go and to call. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the extent of like the setup for the week. So usually what I do next is go through and add my weather. Today's Tuesday, I didn't really keep track yesterday because I thought I'd be able to film and I wasn't able to. So I kind of held off on Monday, so will skip that one. I usually just use the weather app on my phone and I just put in the highs and lows. So I do the lows on the left and the highs on the right, so I kind of see like what it's going to start at and what it's going to get up to. So let's see, today's Tuesday, 25, 46. If if you're a righty, and left-handers have this problem on the other side, but if you're a righty, sometimes I flip my planner around so that the coil doesn't really get in the way. So I usually write in just 3 days at a time. So I'm only going to do Tuesday and Wednesday for right now. 34, 54. And then I do the rest. Usually Wednesday night I'll do Thursday through Sunday, and that's just so it's more accurate. I find if I do it too far in advance, it's not accurate. The reason I track weather, a lot of people ask this question too. I have 3 little kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom. A lot of what we do depends on the weather, how I dress them, what kinds of activities we're doing, if I'm going to run errands on a certain day versus another. So for me, it's helpful. Might not be helpful for everybody, but again, you know, you kind of have to think about what works best for you and how you kind of plan your day and your week and do things that help you be more efficient. So I know for me, like planning out those things ahead of time based on the weather saves me time over the week. So that's why I keep track of it. So, okay, today we're gonna have clouds, but tomorrow it's gonna be sunny. Oh, you know what? And it snowed a little bit on the way to drop my kids off at school, so I'm gonna also do a little bit of snow. Okay, so that's weather. And then usually I go through and transfer over my sidebar. So all of the things that I did not do that week before, I just flip the page up and I write in everything that I need to do. So I still need to go to the post office. And so a lot of people also ask, like, how do you keep track of things if your planner's not right in front of you, but you need to go do things? I keep a notepad on my kitchen counter, and I kind of jot things down throughout the day, and then I go back into my planner and add them later. So that's kind of my quick way of keeping track of everything. So anyhow, I can fill that in later, but that's basically the gist of it. I put all the rest of the appointments in. Or not the appointment, sorry, all the rest of the sidebar. And then I kind of dive into appointments and things that are on my to-do list. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. We can see. So I'll start with Monday. Yesterday usually is my get everything done around the house day. And usually we have to do a letter share. My daughter is in preschool. So I find a little teardrop sticker. This is a little photo bin from... this is from Michael's, and I got it on sale. I got it really, really cheap. I think it was only like $1.50. Normally I think $3. This one was $1.50, so that's not too bad. And somewhere I have a bunch of teardrop stickers. Where are they? I'll use glitter. Okay, so a bunch of glitter stickers, teardrop stickers. These are great. I use these for reminders. Like if I'm adding on to something that's going on already, this is how I keep track of it. So I just find a color that kind of matches a little bit and stick it right on the top, and that's my little reminder, like for school. So my daughter had letter share, and she had to bring something that started with the letter O, and then she also had to bring her library book. So normally I would have done this ahead of time so that in the morning when we're trying to get out the door, or the night before when I'm packing their bags, I can kind of see, you know, what is on the docket for the next day so I don't forget it. So letter O and then library. And that just helps it stand out. You know, if I put it somewhere in my sidebar or in a different part of my planner, I kind of skip over it. But if I see that it's up here, I know that that's like a reminder for that particular event. I do the same thing if I have an event, like a reception that I need to bring an appetizer to. I use the teardrop stickers the same way. Okay, so those were things that she had to do. I spent my morning yesterday running errands. I just went to the post office and to Target. So usually that's when I do a half box sticker, because in my mind it like visually takes up that much time. These are all the stickers that I've purchased from Etsy sellers. So usually I'll just find one with a car. Sometimes they're blank, but if I can find one that has a car on it, because I'm in the car running errands, then that's what I use. So I peel a little sticky off, and then just stick this on and kind of write out what my plans were for the day. So post office and Target. If I'm only going one place, like if I'm only going to the post office, I might use a little envelope sticker. If I'm only going to Target, I might use a Target sticker, or if I'm going to one place and then a different activity, I just might switch up how I use the stickers. But for running errands, usually it's a car sticker. So post office and Target. and then I check them off because I did them. Let's see, what else? Okay, so yesterday was kind of the home, you know, doing everything at home day. So usually I can block off the whole section if I'm using it for a particular task or a particular set of tasks. Sometimes I use a house sticker to designate that it was things around the house. In this case, I kind of had a couple of different projects going on, but most of them were around the house. So I have my sticker file, which is still how I keep a lot of my stickers organized. And then I just find my house little tab and then house stickers. Right there. And then I just try and find, you know, a color that, if it does, great. You know, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't need to match all the time. But if I have a sticker that matches, I'll use it. So these are from Chrissy Ann Designs. These are from my Queen Bee Designs on Etsy. Just a little house sticker. And then that's, you know, just where I write all my things at home that I need to do. So I think yesterday was, you know, of course, laundry, which never ends. Dishes, which also never end. I also had to clean out the junk drawer because that was bugging me. And then the last thing I did was marinate the chicken and the peppers and the onions for our dinner. So, you know, again, if I don't have a sticker for something, that's fine. But if I do, I like to use it. It helps me kind of see. So I'll get a little whisk. These are also from Chrissy Ann Designs, little cooking stickers. So there's my little whisk. Put my little whisk on and marinate chicken. Marinate chicken. That was pretty my whole, yesterday the rest of it was spent cleaning up the house. So, and then I did a little bit of uploading of some pictures. So I'll go back and add those in a little bit. So this can go away now because I don't need it, that's garbage. Today is just kind of a hodgepodge day. I'll go back and fill that in later. I'll do the rest of my events so you can kind of see, you know, how I choose which stickers I use for which events. So I have a parent-teacher conference tomorrow for my daughter. That is at 12:30. For appointments, I really like a more solid sticker. Lately I've been using these from Chrissy Ann Designs on Etsy. And especially for things that go on a Wednesday, if I have a sticker sheet, I write it on the sheet ahead of time and then I put it in the book. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of makes it easier than flipping it over and writing. So this is 12:30. Parent-teacher conference. And then I peel it off and stick it on the right time. So I'll peel that one off, that goes in the garbage, and then this is what sticks in the planner. We also have, totally forgot that I'm glad I remembered that, our cleaning service comes tomorrow. I'm a big budgeter and I don't splurge on a lot of things, but with 3 little kids and a husband who travels a lot, I will tell you that I splurge twice a month on a cleaning service. It just has really saved our sanity, my sanity. So they come at 2, so I'll put that guy down. These are also Chrissy Ann Designs. And again, if I'm writing on Wednesday, I usually flip the coil around. So that's 2. And then in the evening, so we just moved, you know, I think a lot of people know we just moved from Chicago to Atlanta. I got an invitation to a reception for the sorority that I was in college, which is Alpha Phi. Yay, Alpha Phi, if any of you are out there. And that's going to be probably the whole night. So usually I will take something that looks like it fills the whole box. In this case, I don't know what I'm going to use. Maybe, let's see. What should I use? Probably use one of these. So I really like these. I just made these the other day, and everything's really green. Maybe I'll use purple. And that doesn't really go well with gold. Maybe I'll use pink. So, oh, right, okay. So I write on the sticker first. It's at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., Alpha Phi reception. And then I'll peel that off. I'll put this here and stick that on. I should have printed orange. Orange would have been probably better with the January colors. Okay, so there's my Wednesday, and then I just kind of, you know, try to line everything up, make sure it all fits. And that's it. So there's Wednesday. Tomorrow morning I'll fill in with, you know, whatever chores around the house I need to do. And I hear my baby crying, so I was gonna do the rest, but I think I'm gonna have to cut it short here. But usually what you see for the first week is just this sidebar completed, and then the rest of my chores around the house or errands I need to run on the side. And then hopefully I'll be able to make a video again soon when my kids are sleeping or at school. So I hope that was a little bit helpful. Please feel free to leave any questions in the comments. Thanks for bearing with me through my first Plan With Me video. And if there's anything that you would like to see, you know, go ahead and leave that in the comments too. I'm always happy to share how I do things. You know, we were all beginners once, and I think especially the people starting out can get overwhelmed with all the different options out there. So I just really like sharing what works for me in hopes that it might help somebody else. Not necessarily do it the same way, but figure out what works best for you, because I think that's the most important part, is making it work for you. So hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.